a commentary on how I was able to carry this game. Solo queue game, Grandmaster Challenger, 700 LP. Playing Vayne here, and I'm against the Jace. I'm just gonna try to narrate my thought process, try to explain some of the concepts that I used. So we want to invade here. We have an Ashe lethal tempo, which is really strong with the Rakan. So we want to go for the invade here, but she goes way too early. So you can see that I pinged the Sedge. Why? Like, we want to move in as 5. We want to move in as 5. We ideally want Rakan and her first because they have the CC if we bump into somebody. And then as 5, we can utilize Ashe autos and my strength level 1 to kill somebody. But we move in as a line here. Rakan is not even here. So if we bump into somebody, we're not going to be able to kill them. That's really int. That's so troll. I see this mistake a lot, and you can see it even in this rating. So here, for some reason, they were prepared. Maybe they had warded that. Anyhow, we start the game. I'm starting off in the bush here. I'm looking for some early trades. I pop PTA. I knock off his first strike, and he actually goes in with Q, which is a mistake. He shouldn't do that. And I was able to find early killer. I can calmly flash after him because he already used his flash, and I was able to find an early kill here, which is really huge just for the team mental, as well as my lane, of course. Okay, I know that he will TP back. He TPs back. I have no potion this time, but I am level 2. I knock off his first strike, and I move up aggressively, dodge the Q. I know I'm stronger because I'm level 2, I have PTA, I'm very strong here actually. So I just move in, and he does not respect it and he dies again. So now I have quite a huge advantage. I'm going for the recall because this timing means Viego could have ganked me here. So I just had to leave the wave. Now he decided to gank mid instead, and he just showed. But my wave clear is so crap that I will basically struggle to get the wave under before the next wave arrives, and then I'm kind of locked in Vayne. Jace comes back and I fucked my tempo. So a lot of Vayne top is actually just taking good recalls and sometimes just sacrificing your wave state a bit. Just in order to get a good recall, especially if you run a combat summoner spell instead of TP. Okay, I come back to lane here. Sedge is up here. I'm setting up a freeze. Sedge is up here. We see Bard, Viego mid. So I'm setting up a freeze. So you notice how I'm actually moving forward, holding the wave, right? I don't allow it to crash because I know that I have my Sedge here. So if he wants to try to escort the wave in and stop me here and fight me as I'm tanking the wave, Sedge will just come in and we'll fight him, right? Also have 2 potions here. So I'm setting up the freeze, essentially paying a little bit of HP for a good wave state. Sedge finds the Jace and kicks him away. And I set up my freeze here. So you notice how I have my wave in the golden zone just outside the tower. He's very vulnerable to get ganked here if he tries to fix this wave state. So I keep this wave state here. Very important. So you have roughly 4 minions extra. That will then you will hold the freeze. So he tries to use EQ from range here, but notice how I'm kind of still trying to maintain the freeze. Now it won't be a permanent freeze anymore because there's just 1 or 2 additional minions, but it's going to turn into a slow push and wave state is still alright. I only have 1 potion here, and I have quite a lot of gold. So I have my tier 2 boots in base. Notice how Bard roamed. He roamed up to try to fix the wave for the Jays. Pretty questionable as he fails because the C wave is just coming in. This means my bot lane is playing with an advantage. So really important. Their bot lane roams. It's a part of Bard's identity. But if you don't die to it, huge advantage to pull the support. You see he now has to walk the entire way back to bot lane. And my bot lane has played with an advantage during that time. He also didn't gain anything. Okay, so I'm just last hitting. I'm not shoving. I'm building a big wave here. And now my Sedge is signaling to dive. I'm also signaling that I want to push, and then we can look to dive this Jace with this big wave. Obviously, when you think about the Viego, he can be here to counter this because we can't see where it is. That's why I pinged the Viego, so we can be on the same page here. Wave crashes, and normally I want to auto E and grab aggro because I can cancel it pretty easily. He Qs the wave, that was pretty good. Poorly executed dive by us. And we just have to back off. But we still get the flash though, and he drops some CS in the process. I push in, I try to recall. Notice the recall. He can't really see me here. So I don't waste time running to a bush, and it's a very efficient recall. But he is able to push out, and he's able to spot me here, so I have to drop it. I still have 1 potion, I'm pretty healthy, so I'm definitely looking for a recall now. I have a lot of gold, low mana, no refills left. It's really important to find the recall. So here, I will recall on a neutral wave state. So notice how the wave, this is not a C wave, but it meets in the middle perfectly. And the waves are not grouped, and they're the same HP, right? Same numbers in HP. So perfect neutral wave state. This is something you can recall on because the wave won't be pushing away from me. Now, I didn't know if Jace recalled, and he didn't recall. So well played by him here. He waited, and then he took the opportunity to push it in so he could deny me this wave as I'm coming back here. But it's not that bad for me. Like as I've talked about, like you can sacrifice some creeps for just to get your recall in, because I got to buy all my items now and I'm very strong. Sedge is here. She's fighting with me 2v2. We found the Viego. So I come here, auto. I now have 1 proc, so I just need to flash auto E to proc the W. Nice little ult of the Sedge, tanking the tower, and we find a double kill. Now we know that Akali's coming up, so I'm warding. I'm just trying to get out of here. But she flash ults, and there's no running from that. She got a 400 gold bounty there, and she was already fed. So she also has a Dark Seal, so that's scary. You see our mid laner here pushed in the wave, so she lost a few creeps. But our mid laner obviously quite far behind to the Akali early on, which is a bit of a nightmare. So we already know the Akali is kind of the big boss here. She has a 300 gold bounty. She just got my huge bounty, and she's gonna be a problem. All right, I'm coming back here about my Sheen. I believe Jace TP'd and just shoved the wave in. You see I'm now playing weak side because my jungle on the other side. Notice how I dodged the EQ there, really important, especially against Jace. Don't want to take free damage. Repeatedly when I watch the lower ratings in my coachings, they always take random damage. You see, they just take, now that was a bad EQ from him, but it's really important to just not take this random damage. I move forward here because he uses EQ. And I'm able to find a pretty good trade. Once again, dodge the EQ from him. Pop my potions. I push in the wave. I get a plate. She doesn't need help with the Herald. I ping that they should be careful bot because they're kind of in a weak side situation. Akali comes back. We don't know where Viego is. Recall again, refill my stuff, my resources. And it's a fight bot. Look at this fight bot, by the way. They fight bot, she TP's in, but Akali is moving, our Sedge is not there. Notice how Viego and a fed Akali, especially a fed Akali, but Viego and Akali, their champ identities and what they're looking for is these skirmishes. Like that's what they're looking for. Viego for the resets, Akali for her ulti and their combo. Like that's exactly what she's looking for. That's what makes her strong as a champion. Her laning is not strong. It's this kind of situation that she really thrives in. And Viego too. That's why I know that they will lose it. Like, they will just lose that. They shouldn't fight it, so I ping it back. But they fight it anyway, and they get almost wiped. I'm using this opportunity to harass the Jace. Notice where I'm standing. It's a bit of a trick here. I'm standing here. I'm playing on this, in this pocket here. It means I can auto him and cancel the tower aggro quite easily. It's the best spot for harassing him under tower. My bad here. I didn't ult early enough, so horrible to almost die there. Totally my bad there. Should have ulted. Should have had that kill. Anyway, I stop the bleeding. I don't die. I don't overcommit. We just recall, and then we pick up our Triforce here. I ping my Triforce, and I tell my team to play around me now because I have my big spike. So they're here with the Herald. We go for the Jace. We can see Viego's not here. So we get the kill here. Great. We're still behind in kills, by the way. We also see Bard bot, so Ashe is playing weak side here. So I obviously have the resources here. And I created that situation for myself by solo killing Jace twice. It meant that actually by creating pressure top, I allow my team to play for me, right? I create a win condition top in that I solo kill the Jace. Okay, she dies to the Viego. Now, notice Akali, she's really strong here, right? She has Medjais. She has a huge bounty. She's like the target. But especially because she has a huge bounty and Medjais, it makes her, the value of killing her is enormous, right? Because we knock off Medjai stacks and we get the bounty. It's absolutely huge to kill her. That's why I really want to kill her. I have all my sums up here. I have my ulti. I'm full at resources. So I'm recalling here, but I'm looking for it, right? Notice how I have my camera on this because I'm looking for if she's going to waste spells. And she is, because she just used her E. And now she used her W. She used her E and W on the wave. So I'm going to go here because she has no E and W. So I'm going to go for it. I come in here. I use my auto E, Farsight alteration. And then we flash after. She fails R into the wall. And we pick up the bounty, the big bounty, solo kill her. It's like the raid boss battle, right? That's so huge. When you're fed and you can win the duel versus the other fed guy, that's huge. And especially now since she had the bounty and Soul Stealer, a second item. It's absolutely huge kill there. I can't stress enough how big that kill is to be able to look for that. Like, if you want to carry games like this, you really need to be creative and really find those high value kills, right? It's not worth that I use my entire rotation on like a Bard that is 0-3 or whatever with no bounty. Okay, I kill her, I push in the wave, I recall, and I will go Wits End second because I see Kai'Sa's going the AP build. Akali is obviously the biggest threat. Kai'Sa's quite as accelerated too. She has 9 kill participation, and yeah, that's why I go Wits End here. So adapting my build after the game, helping me kind of survive the magic damage from the Akali and the Kai'Sa, because I know they will be the greatest threats here. If they aren't fed, I'll probably just go something like Kraken or something like that. Okay, I push in the wave. Top lane. I just want to push in. Akali's hard for me to 1v1 still. If she has her ulti and all her spells up, really hard for me to 1v1. So I just want to hammer the wave in and not deal with her. Okay, so I want to play for Drake here. I see that they're fighting. Huge mistake from Sejuani. She's ulting the Kai'Sa, but they simply don't have enough damage. Akali can TP here and they're just lost. This is a big mistake from my team here, because they should fight with me. Sedge ulti, Rakan ulti should be used with me in the fight when I'm near, because I'm really huge, right? I'm really fed, so I can kill everybody if they have it for me. But they use the ultis and they don't even have enough damage to one-shot one guy. But even if they do one-shot the Kai'Sa, they probably still get wiped here and we lose straight. It's a huge mistake. I recalled to pick up my Wit's End because I had it in base. And it's faster to do that instead of just running down anyway. So the surrender vote comes up, Sedge is dying. Now we have to drop Drake, really bad, right? I have to defend mid here. So I'm gonna defend the mid, take some trades with the Bard. And now we see Viego recalling, we want to trade objectives. So I want to pick up the Herald as a trade. So I'm gonna go for the Herald. Put my ward down, take the grab, start the Herald. And we just want to pick it up and get out. Now they all rotate in. Mistake here from me, I shouldn't be fighting this. We were actually off tempo fighting this. We probably couldn't even take that Herald, to be honest. I turn on the chat here and say play with me, Rakan Sedge, move with me. No one else matters. So I never use the chat. I'll turn off the chat here in a moment. I only turn it on to say something like proactively, something for the future. I didn't do that level 1, but here I turn off the chat again because there's no point. I just wanted to, because it's so important that we're on the same page here. If we're going to win this game, we're 5 kills behind, I'm the fed guy, they're getting out of control, the Akali's in the side lane, she's huge, we need to be playing around me. Okay, I see Akali in the side lane, she's using all of her spells again, no W, no E, so I'm just going to go for it. I have my exhaust up, I'm just going to ulti, I have my Wit's End ready, and I found the kill again, knocking up her Soul Stealer and the bounty. It's obviously a mistake from Akali, but notice how I'm looking for it. I'm there. I'm ready to pressure and punish that when the opportunity arises. So I also type, we try to get a pick and then play for Baron. We get our pick here. Baron is about to spawn, so the only thing I'm thinking about right now is getting that Baron because we got a pick. We got Bard 2. Great, let's get the Baron. Notice how I'm pinging. I'm waiting for them. No time wasted. Let's just get this Baron because Akali is not here, Bard is not here. That is huge, right? It's a massively value, or the kills are of massive value because Baron is up, so we could fight for this Baron. I'm staying on this Baron too, really important. I don't get scared. I don't get entangled in whatever fight there is. Kai'Sa tries to flank, she makes a mistake, and we pick up another shutdown. Kali comes in here with the ulti, W's. I have my flash still. I pop my potion, dodge the E. She flashes in. I flash out, and we're able to pick them off. So absolutely huge here. I really can't stress that enough. How huge that swing is. When you're looking to get back into the game, you're looking for an objective. You're looking for that big value fight. So I walk up here. I see Akali has used all her spells again. So I found the solo kill, knock off her Soul Stealer, get the bounty, get a pick before Baron, move towards Baron. We get another pick and then we take Baron. We're able to win a fight here on the back end too, and suddenly we're at. That's the moments we're looking for. Like, if I just run mid, or I just go to a tower and I just farm and I just pray, that's not gonna help, right? Maybe it helps. Maybe we still have an opportunity, but okay, we pressure the Bard here. He's out of position. Auto-attacking, moving forward, really trying to pressure them. We have the Baron, we have a big wave here. I have Triforce, I have BF. I'm hitting this, I'm hitting like a truck when it comes to the towers. So notice how I'm like really on the towers and on the objectives. I'm really collecting the objectives. Okay, Rakan ultis here. On Kai'Sa, I ulti. And we get the inhibitor. Kai'Sa is dead. I hit like a truck here. Like I said, I use my ulti AD to knock down the tower. Go on Bard here. Maybe a bit too aggressive here, dying. But since we're able to kill the Fed Akali and the Kai'Sa, they really have no huge threats anymore. So my team able to clean up the rest, and we're able to win this game, right? It's about having that carry mindset, right? If you are getting resources, and I'm getting resources because I'm creating a win condition from top. I'm playing aggressively. I'm playing the matchup well. I'm finding solo kills, which means we now have an avenue to play towards top, and they can actually play for me. And I see that Akali is fed. I see that she goes Soul Stealer. I'm really looking for that fight. I'm looking for that opportunity to kill her. That's huge. That's really high value. So notice it really comes back to that. Those high value kills, fights or moments, that's what you're looking for. That is what will swing you back into the game. I also want to highlight the mindset again. Like notice we're behind here. I have a lot of kills, so I'm strong. I pretty much have to carry this or we lose. And notice the mindset. Instead of whining that, oh, the Akali is really fed. Oh, bot is strong. Oh, we're behind again. Oh, I'm so unlucky. Instead, I'm taking responsibility and I'm stepping up to lead the team, be the carry, be the guy that actually finds a way to win the game. I'm not whining here. I'm talking about the next step, the future, right? If we play with me, Rakan and Sejuani with me, I can try to carry the game. We can try to look for an avenue to get back into the game that way. Really, really important mindset.